So my husband decided to tell all his friends that I trapped him with a pregnancy. Yeah, apparently I woke up one day and said, you know what, let me ruin my own life just to lock this man down. I started noticing his friends acting weird around me. They were extra cold, extra fake polite, and one of them even said, man, I could never do what you did. I was like, what I did? Because last time I checked, we were both adults, married, and talking about starting a family. Then one of his friends finally pulled me aside at a barbecue. He goes, look, I'm not trying to be rude, but why would you force a baby on him when he wasn't ready? I literally laughed because I thought he was joking. I said, what are you talking about? He's the one who's been begging for a baby for months. His friend looks confused and says, no, he told us you stopped taking birth control without telling him and that you got pregnant on purpose to trap him. In that moment, my jaw actually dropped. Not just because it was a lie, but because he painted himself as some innocent victim, like I hunted him down in the wild and captured him with a positive pregnancy test. Here's the part he conveniently skipped in his little sob story. For months, this man had been crying on FaceTime whenever he traveled for work, telling me how badly he wanted a family. He would say things like, I'm afraid I'll never be a dad. What if something happens to me before I have a kid? He was the one bringing up baby names, baby clothes, even saving cute nursery videos and sending them to me. One night, he literally begged. He was holding my hands, eyes full of tears, saying, please, I want a baby with you. I'm ready. I want us to be a family. We had multiple conversations. We both agreed. And when I finally did get pregnant, he was over the moon. He was showing the test to everyone, calling his mom, telling his coworkers. But somewhere along the way, the reality of being responsible kicked in. Sleepless nights, diapers, less going out, more staying home. And instead of admitting he was overwhelmed, he started rewriting the story to make himself look better. Suddenly, I wasn't his wife and partner in this decision. I was the crazy woman who trapped him. What he forgot, though, is that I keep receipts. I had screenshots of his messages where he said, please, I want to try for a baby, and I'll be the happiest man alive if you're pregnant. I had voice notes of him saying, I'm ready, whatever it takes, let's do this. Not because I was planning to use them, but because I honestly thought they were sweet at the time. So, at the next get-together with his friends, I decided I was done being the villain in his fake story. We were all sitting in the living room, and the conversation shifted to kids and how hard fatherhood is. He made another little comment like, yeah, well, I didn't exactly plan mine, and the room went quiet. That's when I looked him straight in the eye and said, do you want to tell them what you told me, or should I? He tried to laugh it off, like, babe, relax, it's just a joke. I said, no, see, a joke is funny. Lying about me trapping you, not funny. His friends were staring at us, waiting, and you could feel the tension. So I took my phone out, opened our messages, and said, since we're all sharing, let's share the whole story. I read his exact words out loud, the late-night paragraph where he said, I'm begging you, I want a baby with you so bad. The part where he promised he was ready and that this was his biggest dream. Then I played a tiny clip of his voice note where he said, please, I want to start a family now. You could see his friends' faces change instantly. One of them literally went, bro, seriously? Another one looked at him and said, so you lied on her this whole time? My husband just sat there, red, staring at the floor. Finally, I put my phone down and said, so, did I trap you, or did you beg for a baby and then get scared of the responsibility? He mumbled, okay, fine, I wanted it, I asked for it, she didn't trap me. I made him say it clearly, in front of everyone. I begged her to get pregnant. His friends just nodded and changed the subject because there was nothing left for him to hide behind. On the drive home, he tried to play the victim again and said I embarrassed him. I said, no, you embarrassed yourself the moment you lied about me to people who barely know me. If you're bold enough to drag my name through the mud, be bold enough to face the truth when it shows up with receipts. So yeah, ladies, remember this. If a man is desperate to look like a victim, he will rewrite history to make you the villain. That's why you document everything. Not because you're planning to use it, but because one day you might need to remind everyone what actually happened.